If you're a startup founder or someone who is interested in the business world, I would love to give you a piece of advice that will motivate you to get through this hard time that the American startup accelerator Y-Combinator warns about. It's a statement by Y-Combinator that warns startup regarding this tough time. It says winter is approaching for startups. The letter also says to startup founders, plan for the worst. The letter, while admitting no one can predict the future, paints a bleak year ahead. It warns founders that it is your responsibility to ensure your company will survive even if you cannot raise money for the next 24 months. It goes on to say, if you're planning to raise money in the next 6 to 12 months, you might be raising at the peak of the downturn. So the best way to prepare for it is by cost cutting and reach default alive. It's a term in the business world referring to startups that can become profitable before running out of cash. So repeating again, if you're planning to raise money in the next coming 6 to 12 months, you might be raising at the peak of the downturn. Remember that your chances of succeeding are extremely low, even if your company is doing well. Hence, they recommend you may change your plan. Keeping aside your ability to raise money, now it becomes your responsibility to ensure your company will survive even if you cannot raise money for the coming 2 years. So which is why right now, as the time this video was uploaded, you should consider raising some amount of money if and only if you do not seem to find a runway to reach the default alive. And obviously if investors are ready to give you money right now. We are seeing this trend all over the internet about the tech bubble being burst. Several unicorn startups in India are issuing pink slips to employees, that is basically firing them, in order to do cost cutting and pave a longer capital runway. Contractual and even full-time employees have been fired from companies like Unacademy, Misho, Trail, Lido Learning and Furlenso, etc. Here's the list of some companies involved in the laying off of employees. Used car marketplace Cars24 has laid off over 600 employees, or about 6% of its 9,000 strong workforce, or according to the people who are aware of the matter. The layoffs have taken place across departments and roles. The pandemic drove a boom in online education startups, but now in order to cost cut and many other reasons, they're laying off their employees. EdTech Unicorn, for some reason, Vedantu has also laid off many employees. See, the thing is, as VC money disappears in the middle of the economic slowdown, tech startups have laid over 20,000 employees around the world over April. While more than 8,000 employees have lost jobs at the Indian startups led by these edtech platforms. This brings us to the end of the episode. I'd like to repeat what Y Combinator says. That the safe move now for startup founders is to plan for the worst, but let's do it in an optimistic way. I'll be linking down the letter by Y Combinator in the description. See you soon.